Good morning. I just want to talk to you a little bit about something I heard yesterday for the first time. And hopefully this will go into effect when I see you guys next week. Probably not tomorrow, but next week. Is the fact that I guess the governor has said that we're going to lift the mask mandate in New Jersey. I know the Giants and Jets will go to 100% capacity and when the football season starts. And supposedly a lot of things are supposed to loosen up. The only thing is, like the public safety officer, she said to me yesterday, she told me about it because I hadn't heard it yet. But, of course, we don't know what the school's going to say. Supposedly the mask, the social distancing is all supposed to go away in public places starting with Friday Memorial Day weekend, but I don't know what that means for us. So more than likely, as we get closer to the end of this week, you'll hear something in an email from either our school president or one of our vice presidents. So hopefully, if you're giving a speech next week, you won't have to have your mask on. So that'll be very cool. So now let's talk about your assignment. Okay. Yesterday we talked about public speaking, some of the basic concepts of public speaking. But now it's talking about your assignment. Now your assignment is you are to deliver a 3 to 5 minute informative speech based on an international current event. All right, now let's go ahead and break this down. First off, it's an informative speech, which means your goal is to inform us, to educate us, to inform and or educate us about something we may not have known before. That's your goal in an informative speech, which means if there's one thing I don't want in your speech is your opinion. See, we've got a persuasive speech assignment coming up in a couple of weeks. All right? That's when your goal is to try to influence people. But that's not this assignment. All right? So try to avoid those topics that you have a strong opinion about and want to try and persuade us, because that's not what the goal is. You're going to have that opportunity. I'm going to give you more than enough opportunity to try to persuade us. All right? But here you're just to inform and or educate. All right? International current event. Now, it means something that happens in 2021 or something that's happened within the last calendar year. And you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot have a topic that has absolutely anything to do with the good old US of A. All right. The United Nations recognizes approximately 194 sovereign nations on this planet. Take away one, and that leaves you 193. There's a lot going on in the world, and we want you to hear about it. Now, let me throw a little twist in here, because I just don't want to focus, like, if you say international current events, something like a news item or a current situation, like a war or something like that, or a conflict. If you would like, and especially for those of you, we have quite a few people in our class, which is typical, who are not native born. So you were born in another country, came over here. Well, back in your home country, there might be this holiday, this celebration, this festival that's unique to your country that we don't have here in America. Or even if you do celebrate the same kind of holiday, okay, yet the way you celebrate it in your home country is different than the way we celebrate it here. Well, if you want to do your speech about that, go for it. Now, here's an even better twist, which really makes this a lot of fun. You don't have to be native to that country. Trust me, I've had a lot of non-Germans do their speech on Oktoberfest. All right? And maybe you can give an update on where Oktoberfest is going this year and what it's been like in the past. You could talk about, I've had many non-Brazilians talk about Carnival in Rio. All right? There's all kinds of different things that are going on there. As a matter of fact, as you can see, one of the 3 sample outlines that I've sent you, and you're going to have a great advantage tomorrow, unlike the other classes. See, I can't send more than 3. Otherwise, I would just completely overwork your email box. But when you guys come in tomorrow, I'm going to have dozens more that you can take a look at. And what these sample outlines are, these are speeches done by students, sometimes in the distant past and sometimes most recently as spring as 2020. All right? And it gives you a real idea of what students are doing, what kind of topics they're choosing. And the one I want to point out in particular is, I can't remember her first name offhand, but from November 1st of 2005, I had a young lady in class, And I say young lady, but she was a non-traditional student. She was like in her late 20s. Had come over here from Poland. This was her first class. She had just finished the American language program. And this was her first mainstream class, her first speech in English. She was very nervous. So again, I reminded her of the assignment. And what she, as you can see from the sample outline, she talks about this folk music festival that happens annually in a city that she grew up in Poland. And she did a great job. Okay, she did a terrific job. Because remember, when I did the what plus what? Yeah, knowledge plus practice equals confidence. She talked about a topic that she already had great knowledge of and just informed and educated us about this particular festival. All right, and it worked out really well. So there's your assignment. You can talk about any kind of international current event, any kind of festival, anything that goes on. You don't have to be native to that country. Trust me, I've had more than a few. For you young people, I've had more than a few Electric Daisy Carnival speeches, and those are actually very good because the students do a great job of showing how it started and how it's grown to where it is, at least most recently until the pandemic. And hopefully we'll see EDC come back really strong too. So that's your assignment. So what I need from you, as you can look at the assignment, now the 2-piece sheet that I sent you, the complete rundown about organizing the speech, we're going to get to more of that tomorrow. I'm going to take you to step by step tomorrow about organizing your speech. But what I'm going to need from you, by 8 o'clock tonight, and all I need from you by 8 o'clock tonight is a specific purpose statement. What a specific purpose... Now, see, in your textbook, they like to talk about, like, thesis statement, that kind of thing. I've never been into thesis statement. I like specific purpose statement. What that does, it not only tells me your topic, but the goal that you look to accomplish in the speech. All right? So, as you can see at the top of the sheet that I sent you, you can phrase it one of two ways. After listening to my speech, my audience will know, and then what your topic is. And after listening to my speech, my audience will understand. It'll be one or the other. And then to give you some guidance, you've got the 3 sample outlines. Then, of course, tomorrow, you'll have a ton more to look at to give you just a really good idea of what kind of topics that you may want to choose. And how to organize your speeches. See, one of the things that I've learned over the years is I can get on here or I can get in front of you guys tomorrow and blah, 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 blah. And a lot of times, if I talk too much, it goes in one ear out the other. Yet, when you see what your fellow students have done, that helps out a lot more. So, get me a specific purpose statement by 8 o'clock tonight. That's going to be part of those 15-point class participation grades. And I'll see you tomorrow morning, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully it'll be the last time I see you wearing masks. We'll see what happens, but that's my hope. All right? Take care.